Hey y'all, hey, and welcome to Tootie Talk Sense, and I am Tootie. So I know everything that's trending right now is Escape. Escape is everywhere, and everybody is talking about them, right? So I'm not gonna go into the review of the different episodes. I did a review of episode one and a review of episode two. Now I was supposed to do three and four, but I've been busy, and I think that there's like 101 of them. So I haven't written. I don't know if I'm gonna do it. What I really want to talk about is Latocha Scott apology because like it was full of a lot of things that can be commentated on. So besides what Escape have going with the reality TV show, of course Tamika and her sister Tasha is into it. Now Tasha's husband Rocky has been coming up a lot. So Tasha K, which is a big YouTuber, has interviewed I want to say at least three of his mistress. So when Latasha dropped her, I believe it's a single, a gospel single. I don't believe the a full album is out. She's on, of course, doing her radio tours, so you can find out, to promote her new single. And her sister Tamika went and dropped the receipts of her husband of Latasha and Rocky stealing Tamika money. They forged signatures, stole her money. She was on Ricky Smiley show. Her and the brat had a little back and forth, and then the next day is when she came out with this apology. So the apology starts off, and she goes around the room, and she said that she wanted to, show herself and show her emotions, show her heart. So, like I said before, I typically take what people say and what you don't say, because what you don't say says something. So what she don't say is that she's doing this video to apologize. That's not the first words that's out her mouth. What's the first words out her mouth is, I'm doing this video. Let me get her words exactly right, y'all. I want to share my screen with y'all so y'all can see. Hopefully, I can get this. This this video is on Star J Craziness website. I'm using it for the fair use, you guys. But go to her website because the video is about 30 minutes. So you could go to her website to watch the full thing. I just want to watch certain clips here.
In my life, in my personal life, and I wanted to come on here to share my heart with you guys, to share my emotions with you guys, and just be real because I'm human. You know, things hurt the same way they hurt you, they hurt.
So that's what she starts out. I want to come on here and share my heart, share my emotions to be human because things hurt. So I'm like, if this is apology video, I would assume that you would want to come on there to apologize. But that's not what she said. But again, she's not the one who titled it apology video. I believe everybody else did. So I said, okay. But then she said, I wanted to first start off apologizing to my friends, to my fans. This have been a whirlwind, a roller coaster. And she said she's at a low. So I'm like, okay, so this video is going to be more about you and explaining your side of things. She said, sorry for taking the friends through the drama. Next, she said the brat in her had words. She didn't understand. Now, mind you, she didn't say she apologized to the brat because in that video too, I feel like she was being a little sarcastic when she was like, oh, she makes it seem like I call it the nasty nice thing. Southern people got it good. Oh, bless your heart when you see an ugly baby and things of that nature. Southern, especially Southern women, it's very well at being nasty nice. You know what I'm saying? Where it seems like you're coming off nice, but you're actually being very nasty in your nice little own way. But she was as a part of the Ricky Smiley after they go back and forth. I believe the brat gets up and walk away. They go on commercial, but they continue filming. And you hear Tasha saying, "Oh, well, ain't the brat supposed to be pregnant? She needs to come. Well, ain't she pregnant? She needs to calm down." Like I'm like, I think you're trying to be funny, but she didn't apologize to the brat. What she said was, me and the brat went back and forth. She didn't understand why the brat said Candy felt sad, and then she apologized to Candy if it's something she didn't see, if she overlooked Candy. She's sorry because all she wanted to do was sing. Again, she taking responsibility out the role. She said all she wanted to do was sing. Okay. So what about your saying sorry for my behavior, sorry for how I made you feel, sorry it took so long for me to apologize. Said no. She said sorry if you felt that way. She didn't want to do that. She said she didn't want to do that. She never knew she was so sad. So I'm like, but she never knew she was so sad. And she said, is it possible trying to be relatable and it's coming off horrible? She said she never knew she was so sad talking about Tasha again. Okay. So then she go into apologize to Tiny. She said, I consider her my friend and you were family. I'm like, she sounds like she's talking in past tense. So are you and Tiny still friends or you were friends or is that just a mistake of words? Not too sure. She said Tiny told her to step out and how beautiful her voice was and she should do gospel. And I'm like, okay, so we're back talking about you. All right. She said doing an apology to others, but okay. Once she stepped out to sing for God, she feel like she couldn't share the goodness because people was always trying to like attack her. I'm like, that's just a thing that and I'm not saying it for all Christians, but y'all know them hypocritical Christians that I'm talking about. Them Christian saint people who be all wrong. But I feel like the Christians, some of the Christians, they do that when they don't want to take responsibility for their behavior or karma is biting them in the butt. The devil is always busy. The devil? Are you talking about you? You being busy? The devil is always busy. As soon as you try to do something good for God, here come the devil attacking you. As soon as you try to change your life, here come the devil. You got to stay on hunt because the devil is always busy. The devil is always busy, but sometimes it's called consequences. It ain't called the devil. It's called consequences. It's called cause and effect. That's just sometimes what it is. Sometimes it's called karma, and she's a bitch. But I don't think she's the devil. But hey, let's go on. She started to apologize for ostracizing herself and not sharing. So I'm like, well, at least she took a responsibility on that part. And is when she's still apologizing to Tiny. So I said that's what and when and Tiny and Tamika after this apology, Tiny and not Tamika, Tiny and Candy did a review on how they felt about the apology on Candy YouTube. Speak on it. So I understand what Tiny was saying when she said, "Oh, well, I feel her part she said about me was genuine," because that's one of the parts where she actually takes responsibility. Then she goes to say to Tamika. Finally, she's talking about Tamika, right? Your sister. You saved that for the end. Maybe she saved the best for last. She said to Tamika, family is everything. There are times in the scenes I didn't say nothing because I know if I did, it could damage my family. So I'm like, I don't know, because the rest of it, she'll start off apologizing. This one to Tamika, that was time. She like, I could have said something too, but I'm holding back because I ain't want you to feel damaged. This and this. Yeah.
Monday.com makes scans great again. Yeah, you know what? I'm not going to say again because I never were. And
5 minutes, there you go. 5 seconds, there you go.
There are times in scenes I wouldn't say nothing because I know if I say something, it could damage my family. If you look at the last episodes that we did on Still Kicking It, I had this same feeling in my heart because, and I said that y'all can go back and look at it. I said, hey,
So it's like it seems like you mad because she brought up family business to the public. And black family, family business stays in the house. What happens in the house stays in the house. Seems like that's what you're mad about. But then she said, if you look at the last episode of the Just Kicking It, I'm like, ain't that the same show the Brat was talking about where you apologized to Candy too, but you didn't remember apologizing, but you remember doing this when it's something that you feel like is gonna share a good light and make what you're saying true, you remember, but the other part you don't remember. But I said, okay, girl, all right. But she was saying in that episode that in Just Kicking It, she said, long as she had her sister and her family, that's all she need. I'm like, that's good. That's all you need. But what about what your sister need? I mean, because she probably needed that money. Is all I'm saying. The money you and your husband allegedly stole. Okay, she probably needed that money, but all you need is your family because you already got the money. Yeah. But she says she's praying that things get better because mama didn't raise them that way. And then she goes straight into apologizing to her mama. I said, wait a minute now. What? You haven't said you sorry to Tamika yet. She goes on about she did the show to celebrate the group and then how her grandma watching to me, which is her trying to, knowing more than likely her sister's going to see this. That's her trying to guilt trip her sister. You know, mama and them didn't raise us this way, and grandma is 92 years old. When she sat here watching this, and you putting the family business out, to me, that's what it seems like. That she's trying to, like, in a little sly way, guilt trip her sister, for her sister allegedly telling the truth about what her husband did to her, putting the family dirty business out there on the street. She said she found out about the 30K allegation when she watched it like online like we both did. But I'm like, that's not true because y'all recorded it 6 months before. So you ain't found out when we did. You found out when y'all actually recorded it. But okay. Then she said we both have receipts. I didn't see the receipts before. I think she didn't see the receipts before the Ricky Smiley show. And the Ricky Smiley show, it probably surprised her. And now she's trying to cover her butt because this interview was one day after the Ricky Smiley show. She started off with Tamika around 7 minutes, and I want to say it's around 13 minutes and 43 seconds is when she finally actually say the words that she apologized to Tamika. Let me see if I could pull it up real quick for y'all.
I'm sorry. I'm trying my best to make it. I'm trying to weather storms in my own personal life. It's like I'm not trying to negate how y'all's feelings are. It's like I have to still have peace within. I got to be able to understand how to move.
So then that's when she go into, that's when she actually say she's sorry, and it's if she did something because she's trying her best and she's trying to make it through the storm. I'm like, oh, okay. Now we back to talking about Tasha again. Then she go into people judging her for her 28-year marriage. She's aware of the allegations. She sees everything. But you ain't see them kickbacks? You ain't see that 30K of your sister money that he deposited into his account? But you see everything. Okay. She said, but as a wife, you know how to keep, she wanted to keep the open relationship quiet and private. She goes into her being attacked everywhere. She said, everywhere I go, I'm being attacked. I go on a radio station because I'm being attacked because I wanted to do a gospel album. I'm like, girl, please. The brat did not attack you. You was not attacked on the radio station. I do remember in the interview that they said it was unexpected, that the interview was unexpected. So I'm assuming that somebody on Tasha's side reached out to the radio station because she had the gospel single. And if you know Ricky Smiley, he has a big audience with the gospel community. I'm assuming she wanted to go on there for that. I don't know whether she knew no receipts had got dropped. And if you're doing this wide media tour, you don't think these people in the Xscape thing is on the Xscape and SWV reality show is trending all everywhere, and this money that you stole, you don't think it's gonna come up? You think they're not gonna ask the questions, or did you tell them not to ask the questions before you started the interview? I mean, because this wasn't, matter of fact, it wasn't a phone interview. She was there in the studio. So what exactly did you think was going to happen, and how exactly is that them attacking you by asking you questions about what's going on in a show that you recorded 6 months ago? Your husband is supposed to be Olivia Pope. He hadn't prepped you for what was finna go on. But no, she said she's been attacked everywhere because all she wanted to do was sing gospel. Now people is attacking her for singing gospel. I said, that's that. Them Not every Christian, but there's some little fake Christians that be doing things to people, and then when karma over and consequences come, you want to say that's the devil. That people is asking you questions and telling you to apologize to your sister to get back that 30K. Because a lot of people ain't trying to hear nothing else you trying to say unless you make that right. Family, everything, then fix it. She said she tried to call her sister. Her sister is saying that she hadn't because she changed her number. And the only person who got her number is Tiny. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. Well, then she go into her. Let's move on, y'all. She go into the mental health and she feel alone, which I believe is true because at the Ricky Smiley interview, I did look at her and say, oh, she's going through. Not that she looked bad, but her face she did look sad. And I feel like that she's going through because of she's getting the consequences of what she have done. And I don't think throughout life she probably have had to. From the little bit that we did see with the mama, and if the mama showed favoritism like that, even when Tamika is wrong, I'm sorry, even when Latasha is wrong, the mama probably ain't making her apologize or making her, pay for her behavior or admitting what behavior that she did wrong. We sure know that Rocky ain't, from what all his behavior then displayed. So I do think she truly is sad and she truly is going through something, but it's not a realization of that your behavior caused this stuff to happen. It's not a realization that you didn't treated people wrong because you steady saying if I did this, if I did that. Plenty of people then came, not plenty, but within the show. I mean, Tamika, Tiny, now the brat is telling you back then you was a hard person to get along with. Back then you was difficult. And Candy have been saying it since the beginning. So it's not if, you did. So instead of figuring out why you were like that and trying to change it, you still on some if. So I still feel like, yeah, I truly feel like she's sorry, but she's sorry that this stuff is happening. She's sorry that people's not agreeing with her, that people's not seeing her side of it. She's sorry that she finally got this gospel record deal. There's a solo record deal that she's always wanted, and it's not going to take off because of previous behaviors or previous things that have happened that now she has to account for. Yeah, she's sorry that all this is going on at the time that her albums need to drop, and all these interviews ain't talking about her album, but talking about this drama and this mess with her husband, mistress, and alleged babies, and this alleged 30K and these alleged kickbacks. That, yeah, I do think she's very sorry about that. So let me see if I can get to around 19 minutes and 46 seconds. She say all she wanted to do was sing, and all this is happening because she wanted to sing. All right, that ain't why this is happening, but okay.
So many allegations. And I'm like, where's all this stuff coming from? And I know that the enemy is busy. When you pray and you ask for God to bless you and to order your steps, it comes with scrutiny. It comes with peaks and valleys. And right now I'm in the valley, y'all.
So yeah, that's her talking about some, all this is happening because she wanted to sing for God, y'all. This is why all this is happening, because all she wanted to do was sing. I'm like, well, according to the timeline that the show then showed, I know that they clip and cut things to make it appear the way they want it to appear. But from what everybody else that was around too have said, it all started because you left your sister. And then when your sister sent the text that said kiss her butt, you tried to say it was body shaming. Y'all got into it. That's when she told you stole her money. You could still go to jail. That's when she told you that. And that's how it all started. So whether or not she stole the money, it ain't because you want to sing a gospel album. That ain't where this is coming from. She said the enemy is busy. And I'm like, yeah, they are. So she said she had screenshots of people getting money to destroy us. So it's her Rocky. She got screenshots of people getting money to destroy Rocky. So I'm like, wait a minute, it's not a video. What is the screenshot of? You just got a screenshot of somebody giving somebody money? You got a screenshot of text messages like, hey, I'm finna cash app you this money. And what I want you to do is go destroy Rocky and Latasha. I said, I want to know more about the screenshots. I have so many questions, so many unanswered questions about the screenshot. Because your screenshot is out there with Rocky and them kickbacks. But people can make up anything. So now it's them screenshots made up. But so then she continued. She apologized to Motown and the gospel community because she didn't want to bring this type of attention to them, and she's doubting if she wants to continue. And she also mentioned her mental health and how she feel alone. And as I said before, yeah, I do feel like that part was genuine. She do feel alone. She's going through a mental. She may have mental health problems right now, as far as depression or anxiety, because you happen to answer up to something that you did, and I don't believe she's used to it. Like, I want to say Tiny them said this show was recorded over 6 months ago. So I think that usually, I know narcissism is thrown around a lot, but when I was hearing her talk, I said, "Ooh, she remind me of Libra, the lion-ass Libra." That's why I call them, y'all. Lion-ass Libra. Do not take any responsibility. Even when they wrong, baby, they ain't gonna say they wrong. They gonna give a reason why what they did was because of blah blah blah. But they ain't know, oh, I'm wrong. You made me, or you're taking it wrong, and I'm like, baby, this right here is a whole bad. So yes, you probably have going through mental issues, because people who's like that like to surround themselves around followers. They like to surround themselves around people who's not finna give you too much throwback, who's gonna like the Trump crowd, y'all. Like, who's gonna believe whatever you say because you said it. You surround yourself around that. But now that you're out there on the world and your part of the story is being told to the world's like, most people are like, oh, girl, no, that's wrong. And you're not used to hearing that you're wrong. You're not used to having to come to apologize, because people is around you telling you, you right now. And it seems like from back in the day, because everybody kept saying, oh, well, they thought Candy was the problem. Candy wanted to go solo, or Candy was the one who had an issue with wanting to be the leader. It seemed like back in the day, you was able to put that stuff off on Candy. And now that your true personality is coming out, where before you had your family, you had your mom who would always take your side, you got that husband who allegedly is a liar. The way if them interviews with Tasha K, the messages he had a whole nother woman for 5 years believing his bull. So he obviously know how to manipulate. And if you talk to her, I said, she just is, the elevator don't go all the way up. That she believed in half that crap that he was saying to her. So if he was talking to her like that, having her believe it, I'm assuming he was talking to you like that, having you believe it. And so if y'all probably both bouncing off each other and feeding off each other. And when you surround yourself around people who you feel like is intellectually less than you, who's used to telling you yes, you think that what you're saying is right and what you're saying is normal. So you probably assumed that this was going to go over well. That you was just gonna be like, I ain't stealing no money, and if I want you, maybe you don't want me to show receipts. Didn't expect your sister to have them receipts, because I want to say people are saying that was like 10 years ago, and who keeps paperwork from 10 years? Not most people. Didn't expect her to have them receipts. Thought you was gonna scare her with that SEX tape that you had of her. It didn't. She still came out with the receipts because she was tired of it. So now you're traumatized. Yeah, you truly is traumatized, because you're like, what is going on? Why so many people not agreeing with me? Why so many people not liking me? What is the world coming to? So the way you praying for everybody else out there, we're gonna be praying for you too, because praying that you go get some type of therapy, because mental health is real, and I do know a lot of people who suffer from it. But also taking accountability is real. And seems like that may need to be your first step, y'all. That's all I have to say on that. I don't know. Let me know. Don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about the apology. Did y'all think it was genuine? Do you think she should give another apology to her sister? Do you think an apology would be enough? Or do you think she's gonna have to leave that husband, then apologize, and actually come out with the truth about that 30K? And she's saying she got receipts. Bring out some of your receipts so people could know the truth of really what happened and not just trying to go by your words, because I don't know if she's been caught in lies, but her husband sure have, y'all. And I have a video of that, of him just lying on the interview within the double talk that he do. But y'all go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you feel up in the comments, and I'll see y'all next time. Y'all enjoy y'all day. Bye.